What's going on? It's time to talk about a film from the Alien franchise. Now, I've only done, I think, Prometheus so far. This is technically a sequel to Prometheus. It's Alien Covenant. Yeah, I got this from a video store going out of business. That's why that weird thing's on the top of the poster. But yeah, um, yeah, Alien Covenant. Yeah, like I said, is a sequel to Prometheus. It was released by 20th Century Fox, May 19th, 2017, and it was written by John Logan and Dante Harper, and produced and directed by Ridley Scott, who's obviously done the original Alien, Prometheus, Blade Runner, Gladiator, a whole pile of other classic films like that. He has quite the back catalog of films, and it had a box office earnings of over $240.9 million worldwide. So overall, it was deemed a success. I think it was like a moderate success, but yeah. So Alien Covenant basically is about the ship, the Covenant, which is had to leave Earth and is trying to find a new planet to help. Uh, what do you call it? Like build the population on and stuff. And yeah, so they're um, searching for a good planet to have human life can thrive on. And they come across this one planet, a distress signal coming from this one planet, and they go and investigate. And it has a lot of similar aspects to Earth. And yeah, so we're to the point where they don't even have to wear their suits or helmets or anything, and they walk around. And amidst the exploration, some of the crew members exploring the planet inhale these spores, which are actually later, spoiler alert, later to come and find out are alien eggs. And yeah, as it grows and as the film progresses, obviously the aliens start emerging, the little spawns, and yeah, cause havoc, and they not have to find a way to get off the ship because there's only one uh, exploration vehicle allowed down at a time, and there's a storm overhead, which makes communications a little bit harder. So it's up to them to figure out ways to contain it and escape. Now, this is basically a huge action sci-fi blockbuster when it came out. Yeah, it has a lot of similar elements to Alien, the original, done a little more dumbfoundly, I guess you could say. Everything's sped up and done. Like, I love the atmosphere and the aesthetic to this film is fantastic. I love like the setting and the visuals and everything like that are really well done. Even the acting, for the most part, is pretty good in this film too. Story wise, though, is I think the flaw in this film is the writing and the story, where they basically try to do everything fast. So like when someone inhales spores, it's not like an hour later it happens. The alien comes out. It's like 20 minutes later, but in real time, it probably was a few hours. And there's a lot of people gripe about this movie that the you don't see much of the aliens, which most monster movies you don't see much of the monster anyways. This is actually more depicting, I find, more of how humans, what we take for granted and stuff, and are not as cautious exploring foreign territory and stuff. And it shows like how humans are, we are quick to assume and like assume like our surroundings are safe and stuff like that without actually fully going into uh, seeing if it actually is and stuff. So it does do a good sense of showing that. And yeah, the aliens is only one portion of the actual story, and that now it does follow a lot of the tropes of horror, where there's like a shower killing scene like you see in most slasher films, and that. But like the aliens look interesting. A lot of people did not like the look of the aliens; thought they looked cheesy and weird. But this is basically a prequel series that they're doing for the alien ones. So these ones are pre what the xenomorphs are in the first one. So they aren't as sophisticated looking, and possibly a little different. There are also probably different species of it and stuff. That's why it's different colors, comes out of the body different and stuff. And yeah, I think that's one thing people forget about it. This is not a continuation of the Alien series. It's a continuation from Prometheus, which is before. And I think that a lot of people forgot about that, or just overshadowed, or just wrote off Prometheus altogether and thought this one was the next one after Alien Resurrection, which is not. So I think that was part of its confusing downfall. The marketing kind of did that, though. Yeah. Also, I do want to point out there's a lot of good gore effects and special effects in this. Even the CG still stands up today, and the ships look cool and stuff. It's just, for the most part, all the good alien scenes have been done before in Alien and Aliens, and they basically just took that and made it a little more dumbed down monster movie story and pumped this out. Overall, I thought it was a decent attempt at a sequel, but it could have been way better. I do like a lot of the dark atmosphere and stuff into it. I just wish there was more done with the aliens and stuff than your typical predatorial type deal where it shows them more intelligent life forms and stuff, like set in Prometheus and stuff. That it might be capable of doing, and that are even shown in the few other Alien movies. But overall, I still think this one's pretty good too. I always love the Alien franchise. Most of them, and there's not very one that I think is super bad or anything like that. But I think people are really undermining like what the origins of this film is for, and where it takes place in the timeline, and that I think people looked at, and that's why it gets such a bad rep. Overall, it's still a pretty good time, and it still shows you how stupid humans can be, which is what monster movies are for. So, Alien Covenant, I actually enjoyed it. I actually thought it was pretty good. It's nice and dark, nice and violent, and a lot of good struggles and stuff. You do see a lot of people versus droid type deals, arguments and stuff, but that's in all of them. So, yeah. To me, I think this one's a fun one, and people should relive it, check it out, and give it another shot and see if it's actually go in there with an open mind and just recheck it out. It's actually a pretty well done film. By no means it's like a perfect film or anything like that, but it's definitely not as bad as what most people are saying. I'm going to give Alien Covenant 4 out of 5. And yeah, but also the trailer's linked down below. I know this one's somewhat recent, but if you figure out what this movie is or you haven't seen it yet, there's a trailer link down below, so you check it out. Also, make sure you check out my Instagram, where I always post video clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story, and I usually have the film title and the subgenre of film and hashtags in the video clip, so you're aware of it. So follow me on Instagram to stay in the loop. Like this video, share so more people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of this video down below, and also, what's your favorite Alien film in the franchise? Let me know down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, if you want to hear me to do the first 4 Alien movies, let me know down in the comments as well. I'll try my hardest to get to them if you want to. And yeah, also if you have any other films that you want to hear my opinions on at all, any films at all, comment those down below. I'll try my hardest to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. And also make sure you subscribe, because I never know what I'm going to talk about next. But now I'm into like creature features right now, so I'm kind of probably going to lean into those for a little bit. But I guess till the next one, well, relive Alien Covenant, see with an open mind, and keep in mind Prometheus' storyline, and see how well they actually try to keep it consistent. It's better than most sequels nowadays. So yeah, but till the next one, I guess I'll see you later. So cheers.